Okay, welcome everyone. Want to thank you for joining us today for the Victory Nutrition Quick Start Training. We want to thank Jeff Hooks, our President and Chief Operating Officer, for allowing us to share today. We had a phenomenal week, and let me go on and mention today is Saturday, April 12th, 2019.
And we're having some clicking in the background, so Cynthia, if you're not muted, or if you're not muted, please, okay.
Okay, so anyway, we want to thank you all for joining us this morning. And hang on one second, I'm still hearing clicks. She's muted, Lisa's. Right there. Okay, guys, I just muted you because we were hearing some clicking in the background, but you'll have to unmute your audio when we introduce you and bring you on. So don't turn your cameras off because we're going to bring you on in the very beginning. It's our pleasure, guys, that you're all with us today. We have had an exciting and a phenomenal week participating in the Victory Tour. Ed and I left this past Tuesday at 10 a.m. and we drove up. Well, I held the steering wheel on the right side.
I'm going to get her a steering wheel and an imaginary brake. I drove the whole way.
We have one of those fast cars that, you know, it's electric. You can kick it and it goes fast, and Ed proved it several times. So I'm like, slow down, Ed. We'll get there, but you don't have to drive too fast. Anyway, but we had a great time. We enjoyed riding together. I said riding. I didn't say driving. You know, guys, they like to do all the driving. But anyway, we did have a great time. It was a long ride, but we had a lot of fun because we were able to stop on the way up and spend some time with Cynthia Sauer and her family. So I'm going to make sure Cynthia's unmuted.
No, we're muted.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me, everybody?
I can hear you, Cynthia. So
awesome. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning quick start training. And I'm just so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you too, Cynthia. I know you have such a busy lifestyle, family. You're going in so many different directions, but you know, we want you and Lisa to share some of the things that happened this week. But you know, first I want to say we were so happy and thrilled to be able to spend your birthday with you, a little bit of it anyway. So that was part of the trip. When we came up, we wanted to come and see you and meet your wonderful husband and your beautiful children. And we had just a great time.
We did. We truly did.
Thank you. What was so funny is that I'm always so busy. I wasn't there when Ed and Gina tried to surprise me. And so Chris is calling me up from the phone. He's like, Mom, are you going to be back by 3? You got to be back by 3. Well, finally, the cat was out of the bag. Ed was trying to come to meet me. And so it was really exciting and fun. And we got to, you know, the kids played songs and we talked to Ed, told us jokes, and John got to meet everybody. And it was great. We got to see the Tesla.
Good birthday.
Yeah, it was great. So, and my birthday was the day after, so we got to celebrate for a little while together, and we're
I know.
Many
Gina and I are always going to be little sisters, the 9th and the 10th.
That's right.
That's correct.
So if you don't mind, Cynthia, you know, we came up and the next day we drove over to Reston, Virginia. And Lisa, you can go on and unmute too, but I want you girls to share with us some of your experiences and what happened during this event, because you guys rocked it. I mean, you had a phenomenal event there in Reston, Virginia. So we just want to open up the floor to you guys and, you know, just share from the heart and tell us some of the things that you know, happened.
It was wonderful to host everybody here in Reston, which is, of course, where I live, Reston, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. So it was a blessing to have Bill and Kim in town again, and then Jeff Hooks for the second time, and Gina and Ed. It's the second time that you've been up this direction. So in order to see people, see their hearts, you can get some of that over the phone and through the various videos, but to see somebody in person and to give them a hug, I really appreciate that opportunity.
You know, and it is different, and we enjoy traveling, and with modern technology, this is a more convenient way, but actually you're correct. It is a lot of fun to meet people. Washington, D.C. is crazy. I wouldn't live there. I wouldn't live anywhere around there.
Crazy.
And I blew through a toll road that I'm trying to get fixed right now. So I don't know quite how to do that, but we had a good time. We had a blast. And there was a lot of excitement at the meeting. Would you agree with that, Lisa?
I'm sorry, say that again?
There was a lot of excitement at the meeting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Terry Beatley is a friend of mine, and she was there, and she and her family have just gotten phenomenal results. They had seen some results before, but when they really kicked it up just to be able to clean out their system, they're all starting to see a lot of results. And she had drove 3 hours to get to the meeting, so that really showed her dedication. We had somebody that was brand new that never heard anything about B&I, but he's a friend of Jeff's Hooks for the last 20 years. He was able to come in and check this out, background in direct sales. We had somebody whose spouse is battling stage 4 cancer, who is starting to see pink on their skin. So, I mean, and everybody in between, people just looking for an opportunity to plan for retirement, other people looking for their health, other people that got the results with their health that decided, let me check out what this business opportunity could be. So it'll be great that we'll all be together in early May for the conference in Charlotte.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Cynthia, I want you to share.
Yep.
So give us some of your thoughts of what you thought about the event this past week and what you've been up to this week as well.
Well, I'm a strategy person, so I really want to pour into the hearts of all of you who have taken time out of your busy Saturday to show you how there is a strategy here and a method to what Victory's doing and what the first of all, as you can see, it's Lisa and me and Ed and Gina. It takes teamwork. Things, the details of finding a place and getting all those fine details taken care of in order to host. But then we have to pack out a room. And in this room, I want you to know, there were not just people that were interested in building a V&I business, but I personally had invited several people who have no interest whatsoever. They just wanted to meet Bill. And he's the secret ingredient, folks. If you know, and I know that Bill is amazing. And so we had 2 young people in the room, Elizabeth Delmar and Eric Dowdy, who are children of 2 of the people that I've enrolled one and Lisa's enrolled one, but they have some issues and they want answers. So I was so happy to see them. One of them drove an hour and a half to be there. She's in nursing school. And her mom kept saying, "Are you tracking? Are you tracking?" Because Bill is just, he really is going to give you a lot of validation and science. And that's what I'm really about too. And then that creates a conversation to build that relationship, to show that you really care about people. And from there, people want to share. I got these results. I was really so, needing something. And this is what makes people want to come out. So I believe that the purpose of a meeting is to, talk about the meeting, which is what we're talking with them and find out what they thought. Now, I had another friend at the meeting, Lisa Schwartz, who she's a CFO of a nonprofit, and she just was trying the products. But when she met Jeff, who's the numbers guy, she really connected with him. And I was just like sitting in the background, just watching, and they were connecting. And so you can never underestimate the value of introducing one of your really good friends to your CEO or your president or your Ed and Gina Bender, because something is going to click. Even, Kim Downs being there, talking to people, helping people. it's all about really solidifying those relationships and just sitting back and watching the family, the VNI family, blossom and grow under the blessing of God. So it was fantastic. Ed Bender, I mean, I see a lot of things maybe that people don't, but as soon as I got there, Ed was there looking really polished, very fine, just holding the door. I mean, and I went back to go meet one of my people. It's like, no, I got it. And he was just holding the door, opening the door, opening the door. And that just warmed my heart, Ed, because that is where it's at. People don't realize that Ed is who he is. Later on, they might realize that, you know, this is a man that's really high up in the company. But he's just holding the door for everybody. So I love my team and my company and my product and my kids and all of you. That might sound trite, but take more Protobite. If you're not in your sweet spot, we have an amazing testimonial with my husband who started taking more brain reward, and he's had phenomenal results. And we can get into that another time because I don't want to be a ball hog. But this call is here every Saturday to help you to advance. And the day after, I had actually called Donna. We actually didn't call her, but we were talking to her Facebook about Linda King and all that's happening up in the next Victory Tour. So I'm connected to other people trying to find out, you know, what's going on and how's it working. So I do want to put a plug in for Linda. If you don't know, you can go and listen to Linda's testimonial. And I did send that out to my entire team this morning. So Gina and Ed, is it okay if I give the number out here on this call?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
First, we need to say we don't diagnose,
Treat, cure, prevent any disease. Your products are to nourish the body. The body's the miracle. So if you can give the body what it needs, the body will take care of itself. So we just wanted to make that disclaimer.
Go ahead, Cynthia.
Yeah, it's the famous thing. I don't know. All I know is my friend took it and this is what happened for him. Yeah. So this is what it is for Linda King, okay? The number that you're going to want to dial right after this phone call is 267-416-9814, option number 5. And we have recordings on this line for you. You can hear the past recording of Stan, the current recording of Linda. But Linda's call it just warms your heart. And she's such a woman of God. I just love Linda. And so God bless you, Linda, and your son, who's doing so well after his major motorcycle accident. You can hear everything on that number. I have it in my phone. Anyway, back to you, Ed and Gina.
That's our VNI Sizzle call number. So be sure and call in and listen. And before we get started, Lisa, do you have anything else that you would like to share? And we're not going to make this a real long call, but we do want to make sure that we cover the event. So was there anything else that you'd like to share about Reston and the experiences that you saw there? Or
I just wanted to share that Bill's knowledge is phenomenal. Like he said, there's no other company that has what we have. Obviously, the scientific products, the amount of clinical trials, him personally writing, I believe it's 93 reviewed medical journal articles that are under Downs, B, as in Bill or Bernard, his first name. And for him to have such scientific terms, be able to put down on the layman's level is just, wonderful. One of his things he always says is that it's sort of like people are going after the mosquitoes in the stagnant pond. Excuse me, but what they really need to do is to change the stagnant pond to be aerobic so the mosquitoes die and never return. And I mean, brainy guy, but he just puts it in very regular people's terminologies. And so that's what I was sharing with my friends that had come, and they all said, his brain's amazing. Here we have him as the CEO of the company, and Kim, we always say that Bill's the head of the company and Kim's the neck, which turns the head, and she's right there helping us all the time. And of course, Jeff Hooks with his 30 years of MLM experience just is phenomenal, and he really puts it succinctly why this is such a wonderful opportunity. So it was just we have just some wonderful people involved with a company that know their stuff, but then we also have the science behind it. But most importantly, we really have the heart to transform people's lives. So it's such a blessing to be part of EI and the family here.
Great.
Well, thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, and I have something to piggyback.
Okay.
So Christopher, many of you know him as my son. He's the reason we got involved. I just had a mother tigress's heart to find a solution for him. But as he's hearing Bill talk, he comes out of the meeting, you know, he's 20 years old, and he says, Mom, every time I hear Bill, he's amazing. And then he blurted out the words, if Bill was a pill, I would take him. Which just made me laugh, you know, just the way his brain works. And it's true, you know, Bill gets in too. So I just had to pass that on. You don't want to miss Bill Downs. If you haven't bought your ticket to conference, you definitely want to do that. We're going to be getting to spend a lot of time with Bill. So congratulations to those who made it out. And back to you, Ed and Gina.
Thank you, Cynthia. So you guys stand by, keep your cameras on, because we'll have you share again at the end. So we left Reston, Virginia Thursday morning and drove to Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, and we met with our Amish friends. And for those who are brand new, just listening to this for the first time, or maybe the first, you know, few times if you're new in the company, we actually launched Victory Nutrition January 15th, 2014, and we launched in the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. So that's really, to us, that's the birthplace of Victory Nutrition there in Pennsylvania. We've made a lot of friends along the way. We're working with a lot of the Amish and the Mennonite community. And we've had several of the Amish and Mennonite leaders be able to create and build, you know, residual income from working with Victory Nutrition. So, you know, we really focus on the products, but the money is the byproduct. So if you help enough people get what they want, then you'll get everything you want.
And we had a leadership dinner, and to our surprise, you know, when people think about Amish, they think about horse and buggy, and Amish people do drive horse and buggies, but the Mennonites also drive cars. That's one of the differences between the two. To our surprise, when we got ready to go to our Victory tour leadership dinner, a limo pulled up, a stretch limo pulled up, and they took us to dinner in a stretch limo. It was really funny. We got pictures of it. The Amish do not like pictures being taken, but we got pictures of the limo itself with all the Amish in the back of the limo driving. They do Uber and things like that, but it was pretty neat to have a limo. We're sorry that didn't happen in Washington, really. But
No.
but
it's fun.
It was a great surprise.
It was fun. So we ended up, Stanley and Carolyn Schrock hosted the event in Bird in Hand at the firehouse. And we're going to put it on share screen, because we want to show you one of the pictures that Ed made from the back of the room during the event. So you'll get an idea. We had about 50 people there. So this doesn't represent everyone, but this is my desktop. So I put this picture up this morning, and you can see there's such wonderful people. We had Linda King there, John King and his beautiful wife, Ruth. We had Abner Fisher there. We had many more. Lydia's probably listening into the call. She listens in every Saturday. She doesn't have a computer, but she listens in. And we had some brand new people there. We had a doctor there that was invited, that's in the business, and you know, he's starting to enjoy the products. And we actually had Lee King share too, which I think, Cynthia, you had mentioned earlier, which is Linda's son. And Lee has an amazing product testimonial, so we'll have to share that with you at some other time. But it was just a great group of people. Stanley and Carolyn did a phenomenal job hosting the event. And so let me put it back on. I'll stop the screen share, and we'll go back to our screen. And you know, what we'd like to do is go over a few things with you, because we do have new people listening in or actually watching the webinar. So we wrote down a few things that we wanted to cover today. the first thing we wanted to cover, and Cynthia, you touched on this also, is you got to stay plugged in. You know, these Thursday night webinars where we do the product and business overview is so important for you to learn how to share the victory message and share the supplements with others. And you want to listen to the calls. You want to, you know, we have 3 corporate calls a month, and we have a product call the first Monday of the month. And we also have a leadership call the first Tuesday of the month with Jeff Hooks. And we also have one on the 3rd Tuesday where we do recognition. So those are very important calls. The only way you're going to, as I say, shorten your learning curve in this, if this is your desire may just to be a product user, but if you have desire to go out there and share with others, then you really want to plug in so you can know where to find some of these tools to, you know, share with other people. You know, the company provides some really great tools, and I'm going to share those with you. One of our newest supplements is the Sauer, and I'm going to hold the box up so you can see it, but that's our Sauer box. Okay, couldn't see it around my head. So that's our Sauer. There's a 30-day supply in this. This is the little product sample of the Sauer. This is a day supply. Ed and I both keep this by our bed. We take this at night. There is not another enzyme product in the world like the Sauer. This is going to get into the blood and into the tissues, and it's not relying on the digestive system. It's going to help with metabolism. Bill has completed a 3rd study that you'll be able to soon look at the vniscience.com website. So we love this product. It tastes great. So we wanted to let you know, because a lot of people don't look at this product first. They may get introduced to the Protovite, which is really, in my opinion, our flagship product. That may change at some point, but we love the Protovite. And speaking about the Protovite, I wanted to show you the Moments. You know, this little Moments cup, this is a day supply. When we traveled, Ed and I brought our Moments, and I've got a box. I'll show you back behind my computer. And this is a little 4-day supply of the Moments. This does not have to be refrigerated. So that's why we love it. You know, I fly sometimes, and I don't like to check a bag. And if you don't want to check a bag, then the Moments are great, because the big bottles are like a little over 3 pounds. So if you carry those, you definitely have to check it, and you have to keep those refrigerated. So the other tools.
Once they're open, not before they're open.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once they're open.
So a couple other tools I want to mention too is they have these little books that are awesome. This covers all the products, the Protovite, the Sauer, the Brain Reward, and the Thion Extra. Gives you instructions on how to take the supplements. You can put your contact information on the back. And we also have brochures available through the company too. So if you're not familiar with these tools, they're there. We also have brochures in Spanish. So we do have some Spanish partners that are on board and some new ones coming on board. So make sure you let them know that this is available as well. And all you do is go to your VNI website, click on Login, and go to your shopping page, and you will see these tools below the product. So it's so important to use the tools, because that's how you're going to share the victory supplements and, you know, and or the opportunity with others.
So website, newsletters. We had a newsletter that in the Amish community is a very, very valuable tool. They don't use a lot of electronics. So the newsletter was created for them, but it can be used by anybody. It's for sale in the back office. You can buy it. If you're a partner with us, you can buy it and hand those out. They have a tremendous amount of information. It's about a 4-page, well, actually 4-page, but 2-sided, so 8 pages of information on it. They get a real deep dive, or not a tremendously deep dive, but good information that's good to share. And every one of the newsletters we had on the table disappeared at the Amish event. A lot of them disappeared also at the Washington event too. So, Cynthia, you want to say something about the newsletter, or your text?
Yeah, you need to unmute her.
I'll unmute you.
No, I just wanted to say I had invited a guest to the Victory tour, and afterwards she took a photo of Stan Schrock's testimony and was like, wow, this is great. She's already networking it back to me, but correct me if I'm wrong, Ed, do we actually, because I received a newsletter in my order, so are we going to be receiving those in our monthly order as well?
I think they are, because they're talking about every 4 months changing, or every 3 months changing the newsletter up. So they're getting newsletters out so people see what they are. They usually include in your box also a free sample of this sort of the Insorb, so that they're trying to get the information out. And one of the things that Jeff has done, which I think is phenomenal, is he really has created a difference between a customer and a partner with the company. Before we had to really, there was no delineation between a customer and a partner. Somebody that wanted to build a business and somebody just wanted to be a partner. Now, we really have a clear path to send them down. If they just want to use products and don't want to be involved in networking or doing anything with the business at all, make them a customer. I was telling that the Amish country, and Stanley was remarking that he had lost some people because they got a check, because they did want to be part of that. They did want a check from the company. Right. You know, he had lost some customers that he could get back now, because he could tell them, look, you can be a partner, you can get our preferred customer and just buy the product. You know, right. It's very important. Some people just don't have time, don't want to do anything. And I've always said that, you know, I don't care how many clinical studies you have, they're going to say, yeah, those clinical studies are nice. What will it do for me? You know, they realize there's science behind it, but they're going to want to know what the product's going to do for them. So for those people, plug them in as customers. Don't tell them about the business right away. Let them come back to you and ask if there's an opportunity here, or if they're really saying, hey, I can share this with my friends, and you can say yes. And you could also earn thank you checks, which is a term that Gina come up with, which I think describes our pay plan, you know, fantastically. I mean, just you get a thank you check for what we do. We get large thank you checks once a month. And people get starting to get large thank you checks from just customer basis. Since Jeff's been aboard. Why do you keep moving my paper?
Because it's got the notes on it.
Okay. So I think that it's important to realize that when we have these events and people start seeing the science, you know, and like you said, Ed, you know, what's it going to do for me? I'm going to text in the chat box, okay? Oh, I don't know if it went in or not. But basically, the words that you need to know are your next step is. Just smile and say, but your next step is to try the product. Correct. Because they're never going to know. The proof is in the pudding. That is in the eating. They've got to take it. And they have to take the right amounts too, folks, because my husband was taking Brain Reward, but not enough. And when we moved him to 10 in the morning and 10 in the afternoon, we had the resurrection of Lazarus over here. And that is no joke.
And understand that on our bottles, the clinical dose is put right on the bottle for the studies we've done. But people, if you have a house fire, a little bonfire, a buffalo water may put it out. If you have a forest fire, you might need more product. And in Cynthia's case, her husband did need more product. You know, people say, well, you're just doing that to boast your check. No, we're doing it because we want to help people get healthy.
Right.
You know, our mission is help, hope, and abundance. Health and hope. You know, people work a lot of years at a job, a job, just over broke, to gain wealth, only to lose it back to the insurance companies or the pharmaceutical companies to regain their health at the end of their life. I mean, a lot of people spending a lot of money, and we're trying to curb that. Our products are not gonna override any drug they're on. It's just meant to nourish the body correctly.
Right. And again, give the body what it needs. And as I said earlier, you know, the body can heal itself if you put the right things in it. And, you know, thank goodness for Bill Brown's and so blessed to meet him many years ago, and with his knowledge and, you know, him learning over the years about ingredients, what works and what doesn't work. You know, he's been able to create, he and Steve Kushner with Victory Nutrition, supplements that are truly making a difference and that are changing lives. So we're going to move on, and I've got some notes here, so we're going to make sure we're covering everything. I want to say real quickly while we're talking about staying plugged in, I want to go back to screen share for just a second, because I want to show you how, if you're brand new, how to get to your Victory website. So let me see if I can get my browser to come up here, and we'll click on the browser, and we'll click on Victory right here. So your website is vni.life. So if you're signed up, you may have got this message, you know, that you've got the products and you've got your website, you've never been there. Just go to vni.life. It's not .com, but vni.life. And if you registered as a partner, then you just want to go to the partner site. You don't even have to log in to get to this information. Just go to the partner site, and then you want to click on news. And here is where you're going to find the information that you need that the company posts. So I'm going to see if you can roll that for me. We'll move that over a little bit. And right here, you'll be able to find the information about our upcoming conference, which will be held May 2nd through the 5th. And, you know, pull out all the stops, do everything you can to get here. As you can see, there was early bird pricing, which will end on Monday, April 15th. The tickets right now are $159. That ticket price will go to $179 after May 15th. So, you know, if you're brand new, you know, bring your family, bring some friends, and because I can promise you, with what they're going to unveil at this conference, is going to be well worth it. It's going to shorten your learning curve by at least 6 months, and you're going to wish that you had a lot more people here. So, you know, just come on out. We're going to have a good time. It's a 3-day event. We're going to have fun with that.
And we're showing you here, if you could look at the picture, it's the foyer of the conference center. Folks, this is a conference center that does not usually sell rooms for $99 a night. And that's the special that we had. And I hope it's still going. I think it ended.
Might have ended yesterday.
It might have ended yesterday, but
we still have the ticket price.
Yeah, we still have the ticket price. And if you haven't got a room yet, you know, call the motel, see if you can't get the Vietnam special. I do not know if it's available. I do not know if we lost the block of rooms for $99. But I can tell you, if you check prices, you're going to find out they're a lot higher than $99. It's a great value there for staying on the facility. And Gina and I live in Charlotte, but we're going to be staying at the motel the whole time.
So I'm going to go back real quick because I didn't want to, I clicked on it and I can't scroll down. So we're going to go back to it real quick because I just want to point out on the site, when you do go to the vni.life and you click on partner, then what you want to do again is click on news. This is where you're going to find all the information, not only about the conference, but you can find out about our compensation plan updates, which are pretty phenomenal, about the energy pack, you know, customer acquisition program. We've got so much going on. It's so exciting. So, you know, you're not going to get it all here. So you'll need to get back with your partner, your sponsor, your upline, your team, you know, your team member that shared this with you to get the information to find this stuff, because we do have it in printable format too. So you'll know where to go to get it. And I want to point out too, when we did the Reston, Virginia event and the Lancaster, Pennsylvania event, they use this PowerPoint that you can download. It's a PDF format, so you can also print it. So what we're using is very duplicatable. It's easy to share this with others. You know, go to Office Max, Office Depot. Ed and I did that, and we picked up one of those books that we could put the heavy sheet protectors in, and we have this presentation printed out so we can share it with other people.
And that's valuable because you can add your personality to it, but we really want you to use the same presentation that we're using each time. You know, I don't get up there and talk like Bill talks about the products, but do I talk about the products? Absolutely. I talk about what the products have done for me, what they've done for my family. And you can add your own flair to it, but please use the presentations that we've got available.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to move on, and let's make sure we've covered everything under Staying Plugged In, which I believe we have, Ed. So we're going to move on to talking about, you know, treating this as a business if that is your desire and your goal. And one of the things that we love, that we actually learned from Jeff, we'd never heard this term before, and that is break zero.
Yeah, breaking zero is what he actually says. Now, what does breaking zero mean? Breaking zero is simply this. Don't let a month go by, a single month go by, that you don't acquire a customer and a partner. You know, it's real simple. If you're out there sharing on a daily basis, you should be able to put on one customer and one partner in that period of time. Gina and I do it multiple times, and we get checks weekly. I've told that before on the call. Very few weeks go by that we don't get a thank you check in the mail. The company pays once a month on the majority of our business, but it does pay weekly. And last week we had one of the partners get a check for what, $682?
Yeah, and he's brand new in the business, and he just went out there and shared it with a lot of his clients, his family, his friends, and was able to bring on several preferred customers and a couple of partners with the Share and Grow Pack. So it's out there. It's just a matter of how willing you are and how consistent you are to go out there and do this on a daily basis. You know, we always say it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. We're all guilty of procrastination. So, you know, try to set aside time every day to, you know, do the sharing.
Invite, share, and follow up.
Yeah, exactly. Invite, share, and follow up. And I know, Cynthia, you and Lisa are excellent at it. You've got one of the fastest growing teams in the world of VNI. And, you know, we're so proud of what you guys have been able to accomplish. You've only been here for a short year. And both of you reached the director level, which is astonishing in such a short period of time.
And Gina and I just hit the ambassador level, as many people know. Now, ambassadors with the company in itself doesn't, you know, that's a great accomplishment, but it's, from my perspective, I'd rather see Cynthia hit ambassador. I'd rather see Lisa hit ambassador. I'd rather see Stanley hit ambassador than us hit ambassador. And I truly mean that. And I've been in, you know, traditional business and banking and sales of all sorts. You know, most of the time they don't want you to achieve the level that they've achieved. If they're vice president, they don't want you to be a vice president. They want to keep information to themselves. In this business, the difference is we truly want you to hit ambassador. We want many people to hit ambassador. We want many people to hit envoy. We want many people to hit presidential. We want many people to earn the positions that we've gone through already. And the only real reason that we hit ambassador is to show that it can be done. We want people to understand that it can be done, and people can accomplish that. Cynthia, you're back unmuted, so you want to talk again? Or?
Yeah, I wanted to say something. So listen, everybody, if you're here, you were meant to hear these words. VNI is looking for you. VNI is looking for leaders. They're looking for people who have goals, that want to hit. Hang on one second. Chris, can you pull those curtains because it's too bright here. They're looking for people that want to hit these goals that are going to impact their life. But they're also looking for people that, like Jeff says, that are missionaries to go out and really share this information. And sometimes it's difficult to share without the skills. I mean, you want to share, but you don't know what to say. You don't want to sound hokey or weird or like you're after someone's wallet or pocketbook. So we want to teach you how to do this. I don't want to say professionally, but professionally, where you're not going to have a person run away from you because you don't know how to gently build a relationship and offer them words or with the encouragement that you need to move out of your comfort zone. Because look, folks, these products change lives. And if you want to lead a team, you need leadership development. We all have the same company. We all have the same product. We all have the same bill. We all have the same Ed and Gina Bender. The only difference between the amount of people that you can influence in the world to take these products, even as a customer, is you. And that means that you need to have personal development, reading books, or coming onto these calls, or heck, you can text me and I'll let you put the belief on, borrow it from somebody else. I mean, I totally believe in this company, totally believe in Jeff, totally believe in Bill. My life has completely changed and the future is really, really bright. So lock arms with us, because honestly and truly, when Ed Bender says he wants you to go further and farther, that is true. And me too. If anyone could come in here and run faster, then do it, because we have a mission as a team and we're on a team together. And that mission is to help 10 million families in the next 10 years. And you know what? Next year, we're going to be sitting here going, what piece of the pie did we contribute? And it is a we thing. Linda King and Ed and Gina and Lisa and Michael and all these wonderful people. I know my internet's kind of unstable here. So, but anyway, I just wanted to offer that to you to say and encourage you that we are looking for you to step up and learn what it takes and then do it. Anyway, Ed, it's back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah, that was awesome, Cynthia. We were going to talk about encouragement, and you hit the nail on the head. And, you know, Cynthia has enthusiasm. People that are around Cynthia want to be around her. The last four letters of enthusiasm is IASM. I am sold myself. Do you think she is not sold on Victory Nutrition or our mission, or, you know, taking this to help those 10 million people over the next 10 years? We want you to be a part of what we have. We want to give it away, but we need a lot more missionaries out there who are willing to share, because, you know, we're no good to anyone if we're lying in bed and we're sick. You know, we want to be that beacon of light that can go out there and help so many people. So use those products, share the products, and teach others to use and share the products. That's all it is, folks. That's how you build this business.
We've got a conference coming up. If you really want to deep dive, there's going to be information at the conference that isn't going to be shared anywhere else. It'll be shared afterwards, but we don't know how soon afterwards. The conference is where you're going to get, the Empower Conference is going to do exactly what it says. It's going to empower you to do this business better. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets today. The special ends on the 15th. Get your tickets today. If you haven't got your room, get your room today. The conference center is going to be phenomenal. Gina and I live probably 15, 20 minutes from it, but we're not coming home every day. We're staying there. We're staying there because we want to help you, encourage you. And we're going to be doing a breakout session of some sort on the compensation plan and how exactly it works. So I invite you to join us on that also. We want to let you know that you're going to be getting a lot of, I can't read what's being wrote. People understand that I don't read real fast and Gina's eyes are bad. So if you write something, we cannot read it.
It goes up and goes down,
Yeah.
but anyway.
But, you know, we want people to understand that this convention, we're going to try to teach, help, train, you know, motivate you to get where you need to go. I've always been a self-starter. Gina has also. We've always had a desire. We've got high school education, but we earn above high school education income, I promise you, way above what I could have did at anything I've ever did. In the banking business, I couldn't go any further because I didn't have a college education. They wouldn't promote you any further. I was #1 in 2 states, but they wouldn't promote me any further because I didn't have a college education. Here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a high school graduate or a high school dropout or got a PhD. You've got the same level playing field to do whatever your heart desires to do with this business. And I can't think of a better thing to do than share products that are going to help people with their health and be able to create a little wealth at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lisa and Cynthia, you guys unmute and give us your final thoughts. If you have anything you'd like to share before we end the call.
I was just going to say that a friend of mine who's a medical doctor, I think she took about 3 months to look at all of the full data, the different reports that Bill has been a part of, published, etc. And she's blown away. And she said, Lisa, you have such a winner in VNI. And her daughter's having some issues, and so she was doing a special, research project on the brain reward. And she, in turn, has talked with some different psychiatrists, et cetera, about these products, who are very excited to be able to share these with their patients as well. So you never know where this is going to lead, but you really just share with the heart. Just like when there's a good movie, a good book, a good restaurant, I'm always giving that information to somebody else to try it. I don't get a bag of popcorn or a free appetizer or a free book or anything like that for doing it. But with this company, you're able to get a thank you check if you want it. You could certainly just be a customer. And so it's a beautiful opportunity to just say, hey, I don't know if this is something you might be looking for, but you might want to just check this out. And then just show them the 2-minute video that talks about the radiologist saying, well, I had never seen this in 5 minutes. Yes, in 3 to 4 months when the blood made it. Or, somebody with addiction might want to share the Brain Reward webinar. Yes, it's 40 minutes long, but it's chock full of a lot of information that they really need. So all we're doing is just giving information, an open palm approach, not forcing it down anybody's throat, but just rather say, you might want to take a look at this. So it's been a blessing to definitely learn of VNI last year, and definitely love sharing this product and the heart, the science, and the VNI.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Thank you, Lisa. So I just wanted to bring on my other partner in VNI.
I love it. We love it.
Listen, folks, seriously. It's all right here. You have to get this into your body and into the body of those people that you love. Now, look, I'm Italian, and my Italian parents are the roughest crowd there is. So if you get praying, Ma might actually take it, but my dad and mom still are not on Protovite. So I want you to know, even though you might think, oh, well, Cynthia Sauer and Lisa Turner are doing a great job, you know what? Those you love might not want to take it. They might not even want to listen to you. But my dad hopefully will see this video sooner rather than later, because he has CLL, and that's chronic lymphocyte leukemia, and he didn't want to know anything about it, So I want you to know that this really needs to be the top-notch thing. The number one product is right here, because when you increase your body's ability to utilize oxygen, you can get well. And there's somebody out there today that you never know when your life is going to change. You never know when it's going to get really good, and you don't know if you're the miracle for someone else. So keep that in mind, that it's not about you. These products are not about me or Ed or Gina, and I know that they feel that way too. Truly, we take our clue and our cue from people like Linda King, and go back and listen to her testimony, from Bill Downs, from Kim Downs. They want to enhance the health of people. That's why the company was created. We just happen to be in the right place to share in that mission. So I encourage you once again to be a product of the product. Of course, Jeff Hooks' life has been completely changed by Protovite and Enzorb, and he'll tell you himself. So that's all I really have to say, Ed and Gina. Thanks so much for the opportunity to share.
Cynthia, all I'd like you to do is bring your enthusiasm up just a little bit, and we'll be able to take the company far.
Thank you both for sharing. And guys,
You're welcome.
In the call, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us, whether you're listening to a video recording of this or if you're listening live. Again, we want to thank you. You have a blessed weekend, and God bless you all. And we will see you May 2nd at the conference in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you.